if you don't want people to have something to say, you don't
say anything about it.
Right. Do we need a social media break? Because it's a little bit too much.
Me giving demure and mindful most of the time.
She thought she was Beyonce coming your chrome.
He said, you're not demure, you're demonic.
Ask yourself, is that what you are? I don't know. Would we schedule our time to go out to eat?
No.
I don't think so.
This is Sistas Declassified, the podcast where
Taylor
and Taryn,
your virtual sisters, share experiences, insights, and of course the juicy secrets that never leave the sister circle.
So shh, listen up. The Declassified convos are starting now.
Welcome back to Sistas Declassified. We're real life sisters who decided to start a podcast instead of going wine tasting.
Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. We post new videos weekly. And you can follow us on our socials at Sistas Declassified.
Ooh.
All right. So this week we're doing a little bit of a Sistas check-in, taking a break from our growth and development talk as millennials to just check in with each other and to check in with you guys about some things we've been seeing in the media that we have some opinions on. So we want to share with you and then hear from you.
I guess the first thing, I don't know, do we want to say this person's name or we might get blocked?
I don't want to get blocked. I mean, I do have multiple. Oh, wait, she can block you. You can get blocked
by your email,
from
right?
all your accounts. I have multiple emails, so I guess I'm safe. Are you safe?
I'm not that pressed. I was kind of joking about not getting blocked. I don't know that I follow anymore.
I do on Instagram.
It's just like
TikTok,
you can't not see it right now. So that's why I'm seeing it.
Just say her name. Say her name.
No, I'm good. I don't even want to do that because I feel like that's where people are overstepping the boundary that she's trying to create.
By saying her name?
Yeah. So if you know about the situation, no?
No, I'm hoping that you're wrong because to me, that's so extra. But no, I get it.
This whole situation
is
so extra.
Okay, explain it. Explain it for the people.
If you get married to somebody and you want nobody to know about it, then you don't change your name. Like, it's just common sense. If you don't want people to have something to say, you don't
say anything about it.
Right. And it's not realistic for somebody who had a couples channel and like came up with this person that people are not going to care about it. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, actually, no, he's behind the scenes. Mind your business. Which that part's fine. I don't mind somebody being behind the scenes. I'm not asking extra questions. But once you change your name.
Yeah, you change your name on a public platform and you know that people check for you.
Yeah, you're a public figure.
And you want people to check for you. Now, I think there were people on there being rude is what I heard. I did not see, but there are people like, congrats, bitch. Like not in a nice way. But I also heard people were just getting blocked for saying like happy for you.
Right.
So I don't know. Me personally, if I didn't want people to know, I wouldn't post about it. But
expecting your quote unquote real fans to just know that you don't want them to ask about it. Like I know that she has said in the past, like if I do these things, you won't know.
Right.
But then it's like, okay, so stand on that because you told us.
Ultimately, I think at the end of the day, it is, she has her life, but she also has her like brand. And to me, this is all the brand talking. This is all the no publicity is bad publicity moment. It's how it feels to me.
It's definitely like I'm leaning into this because you're going to talk about me now.
And she's talking about her. And I mean, there's content that she'll do that's like clear that she's been through the comments and she's clapping back at somebody. So this is not like unusual behavior for her.
Yeah.
I just think on this one, you created this relationship. You shared, publicly. And so your fans and your haters are checking in.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's cracking me up that everybody needs to keep it demure and mindful with her business.
Keep it cute.
I'm exhausted at the demure and mindful.
I get why, because I feel like it happened one day and then it was everybody's post.
Everybody's post. Everybody's automatically now demure and mindful. Like, come on, guys.
I saw a post. I can't share it because my phone is doing the mic, but it. He said, "You're not demure, you're demonic." I'm gonna insert it in editing. I will insert it because it's that funny to me.
I keep saying very demure, very mindful, but you're not. Somebody poured a shot of warm Casamigos down your throat yesterday, and you drunk it with no chaser. You're not demure, you're demonic.
And it is. I mean, and I wouldn't say people are demonic, but it's like, just come on. What about you on a regular day is demure?
What does that word mean? I don't even actually know the definition. Can you look it up for us? Can you tell the people?
It's like, I know what it means, obviously.
Right, like in context, I get that it means like, elegant, high class, graceful.
Let's see. Reserved, modest, and shy. A demure young lady, giving modest appearance. So, ask yourself, is that what you are? No, I'm just kidding. But really,
I mean, some of us are, I would say.
You're giving demure and mindful.
I might be giving demure and mindful most of the time.
Maybe. I don't know.
I would give myself like a good 80% of the time.
And I think a lot of people feel that way.
But I'm different. I'm special.
I will say the voice is nice over the girls who are going to get their hair done. They're walking down the street with their drink and I don't know, like the audio of the person that's saying it. And I'm just...
You're over it?
A little bit. Especially all the comments. All the comments. You didn't keep it demure. You didn't... Oh, she ate. Very demure. Okay.
I feel like it's just like any other trend though. It'll pass, just like Riz, and I don't know what the other ones are that exist.
Riz is for children.
I
hope there's no adults saying Riz.
I am not, but when it was trending, it was trending.
I know. I'm just trying to think. This feels like the first.
No, the girls that get it.
I know, but I just feel like it's more. Maybe it's not, but it feels like it was like overnight sensation.
It was definitely overnight, and I think you're right in that many people thought it applied to them, and so many people used it, even if it wasn't in the right context. Like people have taken it out of context to mean anything.
Right.
Like demure just means anything I say it means.
Right.
Is what it's become in a matter of a day.
Yeah. I don't know, but I just hope it goes away soon.
Well, I mean, come on, hop on your TikTok and give us a new trending audio. You're a content creator now.
But I'm not. It's just not. I don't know. I respect it. I respect the person who this like sound came from. It really works for them. So don't get me wrong. I think eat it up. Like that's your bread and butter right there. Demure and mindful. But it's just for it to turn into everybody's catchphrase. I don't know.
So then why are you mad that everyone's demure and cutesy?
I'm mad at all of it.
So you just don't like trends?
Maybe not. Like, I mean, obviously I like some trends, but I just wonder how much this takes away people's individuality and like how much people feel like they can't say or be the next trend because they have to just jump on the last one. I don't know.
I think you have a valid point. I just think it's not novel.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's not at all.
Demure is just the thing right now.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying this is some rarity that never happens.
It's just this one in particular just really got on your nerves.
Because it just felt like I hadn't seen any demure and mindful, and then I woke up
and
everything was demure and mindful. Like I feel like there's.
I get you.
Even just like what's you call it? What's that guy from You and Gossip Girl?
Yeah,
he's demure and mindful. What? Like it's just
he kind of is.
Okay, but it's just you look over here and Saucy Santana's demure and mindful. Like It's just giving everybody is demure and mindful.
Penn Bagley is that his name? Anyway,
Something like that. But you guys get the idea. I'm moving on from this topic.
Wait,
what?
Speaking of Penn and Gossip Girl, you're on Book Talk. You're supposed to be all up on this.
Oh.
Right? You know
the Blake Lively
this?
stuff.
Yes.
I really don't know about this, so you might have to expand what the issue is.
Okay. So I haven't read the book.
Me neither.
I haven't seen the movie, but it ends with us. Colleen Hoover.
Yeah.
Is a book series. Actually.
It's a big book series.
I know lots of people have read it.
Yeah.
I have not. It's not my cup of tea. But I'll just say this. I got into an interesting conversation with somebody on TikTok because I commented on a mutual's post basically saying I had no idea that the book nor the movie was about domestic violence as a major theme of the story. And
because it just has flowers on the cover, right?
Yeah. So the book itself just has florals, right? So I wouldn't know that there was something else going on in there. But then in terms of the marketing of it and what I've seen of it, again, it's not really
Blake all smiles.
Well, it's not really my genre, so I can't say I pay a lot of attention. But I've seen trailers. I watch TV, so like I've seen bits and pieces, and nothing I got from the trailer said it was going to be some sort of dramatic story like that. I was definitely thinking more rom-com-y.
And just a triggering story for people too.
Yeah, and I just had no idea. And someone was like, well, what were they supposed to do? Show you violence in the trailer? You can't tell them how they're supposed to market their stuff? Sure.
I think about like Obsessed or something. There's a way to show that this is going to have some violence and some like uncomfortable scenes.
And it was just really weird to me that they felt like there didn't need to be any sort of trigger warning. And then there's been commentary about Blake Lively's interviews for this movie. And just she's been, I guess, like avoidant of some of the heavier questions, telling people to show up and bring their girls and their florals. Like she wants to have a Barbie moment, it feels like. And it's like, you can't make that for yourself, first of all. Like
this could have been like an awareness moment.
Yeah. Well, but Barbie happened like organically. People wanted to show up in their Barbie.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, like people wanted to do that. It was a pop culture
thought she
moment.
was Beyonce coming your chrome.
Yeah. And it's just that's not this.
Yeah.
That's not this.
That's not why people resonate with the story, because it's like florals and happy times.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's more of something that maybe resonates with people's real life story.
So I probably won't be seeing it. I kind of want to read the book, but I feel like also the internet may have ruined it for me already a little bit. So I might just wash my hands of the whole thing, but it's definitely been on my side of TikTok, even though I'm not really on Book Talk. I just follow a few people on Book Talk.
Yeah, so maybe you guys can let us know, because I read every day, and I actually do not like books like this with this kind of heavy topic, but books with heavy topics and books like that are romance related. So let us know if it's worth reading now, or if we should just kind of move on to another story. But obviously, I don't want to blame the author themselves for the issues that the cast is having from the show, from the movie, and the issues that maybe the directors are creating for some controversy.
Yeah. From what I understand, Justin, I don't know his last name.
He's removed himself from the group, right? Or something like that.
Well, I guess he wanted to speak more about DV and just come at it from that angle, and he and Blake seem to be disagreeing on that. And so it's looking like she's coming out maybe being in the wrong on this one. But
all the cast is behind her from what it looks like, because I saw a few things about it. And so it's interesting, like, why they would not take this opportunity to bring awareness to like such a serious topic, which I get sometimes wanting to keep things lighthearted. But the fact of the matter is, this is not a lighthearted story.
No.
So, yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, so I think maybe she was trying to bring some brevity to it, but it just not the right time or place.
Right. I guess at this point, should we even be trying to be entertained by these kind of things, or should we really be looking into the seriousness that's in this world and like what is really going on? Like, where we have an interesting voting issue right now, where we don't want to vote for anybody. Like, let's be real. And people are really up in arms about it on online. There's a lot of beef going on between sides. Sides are being drawn, and sides have been drawn. I don't know. Have you seen those arguments that people are having? There's little think pieces.
Yeah, and I mean, well, since Biden announced that he was no longer running and Kamala has obviously taken over the ticket, there's been lots of mixed feelings. And I think it's been interesting for the Black community, especially because you think back to '08 and Obama and how kind of united Black people were in terms of who they were going to vote for, because we was going to have our first Black president. And now there are folks who feel less inclined, I guess, to unite over that specific thing, whether it be because you disagree with her time as the Attorney General, right? Or whether you're, got feelings about her views on Israel and Palestine.
Mass incarceration, all the things.
I understand people wanting to ensure
money laundering.
I understand people wanting to ensure that she doesn't feel like she just can get in because she's not Biden, right? And so I understand, protesters showing up to share what they feel like is necessary to end the genocide. Because I get it. I also want people to stop dying.
Right.
So if showing
but there's
up,
many genocides that are going on.
There are. But I feel like lately I've been seeing some Black and Palestinian or pro-Palestinian and anti-Blackness things happening. And it's just been heavy on the internet.
It has. It really has. And I think it's just considering that there's multiple fights being fought at once. And so you can't tell someone they're not supportive of you just because they also have another fight to fight.
Yeah. And I think a perceived win, whether it be actual or belief for one group, does not necessarily mean that you are forgotten or that it's not a win for you too. So I know who I'm voting for, come November, because Trump ain't an option. So, yeah, that's
that on that.
That's that on that.
But basically, we just came here today to kind of talk. We hadn't talked at all about any of these things, so we were just kind of catching up on our feelings towards these situations. And we're kind of curious how you guys are feeling about all of the things going on in media, and if there's maybe some things we're missing out on and some information that we could gather to better understand all the trends right now, because clearly I'm not a trendy person.
Yeah, and I think ultimately we care about this community, and so we want to make sure that we're talking about topics that are important to you all as well. So chime in the chat or in the comments. Let us know how you're feeling about what's going on in the world today.
And do we need a social media break? Because it's a little bit too much, and we are all turning into the same person. Let's be original.
Be original by tuning in every Wednesday at 10 a.m. right here with us, and then take your break again.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.